On November 2021, I traveled solo around Belarus for a month. I started my journey from the capital city, stayed in a small village, continued to different cities in the north, far east and southeast of Belarus. The last part of my journey started in the city of Gomel. Captivated by rail transport, I decided to buy a sleeper train ticket for 33 Belarusian rubles or around $12 for a 16-hour journey. The train departed from Gomel, heading northwest past through Minsk all the way to Grodno city, bordering Poland and Lithuania. I spent time watching the landscape and villages roll by for countless hours before arriving on my final destination, Grodno. Good afternoon. I am walking towards the train station from Gomel. I have about an hour-ish before my train departs, all the way to the western part of Belarus, known as Grodno. This train itself is taking me about 16 hours all the way. What I like about being in Belarus is that I find that people here are honest. Everything is systematic, like the bus, the marshrutka, or small van. This is the train station of Homiel, the entrance door over here. If you also want to buy ticket, look at this Lenin's tattoo. Soviet architecture in its all glory. This is my train. It has just arrived. So I have to walk all the way to get to the bridge, cross to the track number 2. I specifically take my time to appreciate this train and even the look of this. I've seen this passing by in Minsk, but to get to this close, I got this giddiness, like a kid being in a candy shop or something. I don't know if you can relate. Good old train journey is incredible for me. They're getting ready. Здравствуйте.
Что вагон у вас?
Да, 6. I'm really excited.
Уважаемые пассажиры, не переходите пути. За перевод путей установлены на месте.
Okay, this is number 4. Look at the window. This is number 5. So this is number 6. Да. Спасибо большое. Let's see if we can find my... This is warm. So I'm looking for cabin number... Oh no, 31. Ah, this one. Yay! Can you see? 31. Now, while it is still empty, I am taking the opportunity to vlog around. So it looks like within one carriage they do have 36 beds, because within one compound there are 4 beds. Over here we have 2 lower beds. We have a lamp right here. I don't know how to turn this one on. Probably no, it doesn't work. This is my fresh linen and even towel. So to give you a little bit of perspective, there are a couple of classes of train journeys in Belarus. Generally, there is third class and second class. And at the time that I was purchasing this particular train, the ticket for the lower bed, it's all sold out. So I'm not so sure if some of these people are purchasing halfway towards Grodno or probably from Minsk. So because I think we will be passing through Minsk city. I adore traveling by train and try using it whenever I can. Trains in Belarus always run on time and was a great introduction to the inheritance of Soviet rail system that used to be the largest in the world, crossing 12 time zones. The older trains have a distinct charm with wooden frames and white curtains around the windows. Gazing out of a train as it lazily roams across the country is a fascinating way to get the feel for the terrain and the environment. Sorry, do you have canteen? Нет, нет. Где заказать чай? Да. Black tea? Black means black. Earl Grey. So, there is no train. Sorry, there is no canteen, not train. On this particular train, which is interesting because for 16 hours journey, you would expect there is a specific type of carriage where you can possibly order drink or something, but worry not. The menu actually is decent. Over here we have all of this menu in the train with the price in Belarusian rubles. Unfortunately, I can't read this. Spasibo большое. Wait. Spasibo, spasibo. When you are on such journey, you're forced to slow down and appreciate all the passing sceneries, houses, forests, villages that you pass by. Since it is warm, very warm in this carriage, I am changing into a t-shirt, and eventually if you feel like hungry, you are advised to probably get some stuff on the way by purchasing snacks and whatnot at the train station, because I think it's just wise. Good old toilet. Hello. With the basin sink over here, but this is not a drinking water. I'm trying to see if the water works. Doesn't seem so. Okay, this is not a good indicator, probably later on. But yeah, this is a good old train toilet. I don't know where is this stopping, but I'm just so grateful to take the opportunity to be able to get out of the train a little bit and get a bit of sunshine. It's so very nice. My impression so far is that this is a very comfortable, journey, and I hope to convince you to take more train journeys. The interior is fascinating because you feel that you're taken back to the 70s or even prior to that. But I think it is clean, it is affordable for the way that it is, and at the same time you don't have to pay an accommodation. I mean, I personally don't have to pay for an accommodation tonight because paying this overnight train means that I am paying transport at the same time accommodation. Imagine being in this particular Soviet train during those times. You know, it's just with the lights, the architecture, the cabin, the beds, and imagine if there are 4 people within this particular carriage that will be able to like hang out and chat. It sort of gives this romantic feeling. I have finally arrived in Grodno city after 16 hours, and turns out the passengers came about much later on. I was probably the only one leaving from eastern part of Belarus all the way to western part of Belarus. But it is so nice that I have got to experience the Soviet train myself, feeling pretty happy. And at the moment it's only 6:30 a.m. in the morning. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing because it's not check-in time yet. Greetings from Grodno, a city located in the northwest part of Belarus, just right next to the border of Poland as well as Lithuania. Grodno is believed to be another Belarus quote-unquote because not only this particular city is the cultural capital of Belarus, but also the capital of Catholicism, as well as the third capital of Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. Grodno, given its location, it has a significant Polish and Lithuanian heritage. You can see the vast differences between the eastern and the western part of the country. For example, in terms of population, Grodno itself, I think, has only over 300-ish thousand something, but the way the buildings, the street and things are around here looks a lot more developed. And I think because this is so much closer to Polish border and Lithuanian border than Minsk, the demeanor of the people is also slightly different. Over here we do have some of the street vendor. I think we got lucky to be able to see this. He is selling honey. Let's see what we can find. Perhaps some gloves because it's getting colder.
Сколько? 15 рублей. Это варежки, это митинги.
Да.
Это 10, это 15. 10 рублей. 10
А.
рублей.
10 rubles, да.
Меряй.
Huh. Did you make this yourself?
Ты сделал это сам. Да. Это я сама
Oh,
делала,
yes,
сама
you make this.
вязала. Сама. Вот таким крючком.
Мне нравится это. Да.
Это хорошо.
Хорошо. 10? Да?
Да, 10.
Спасибо большое. Спасибо.
Спасибо.
My hands are now much warmer. I always find it very nice to have some street vendor selling stuff and trying to support local economy. This is the end of Soviet Street. Let's cross this street. In this particular public garden, we do have two monuments right here which symbolize the Catholicism as well as the Orthodox, because this was sort of placed by the priests from both sides, I think.
Света, а сколько он стоит?
Yeah. So I think this is mulled wine. The smell of it is actually mulled wine. It's very nice actually, because today is a bit more colder from yesterday due to the rainy situation. For 4.5 rubles or about $2, I get a cup of mulled wine in a cold weather like this. It's perfect actually. From here you can see the Saint Javier Catholic Church. Can you see that? I know the word F because I know how to write my name in Cyrillic. So this is cafeteria. Здравствуйте. Очень приятно.
А что это такое? Это камера?
Это камера, да. Да, спасибо.
Мы не разговариваем по-русски.
Нет, русский.
Ох, я как
Sorry.
не знаю, что вы снимаете. Что?
Русский, да.
Русский.
Да. Name?
Виктор.
Виктор.
Да.
Шифа. Это Шифа.
Шифа?
Да.
Понятно. А что,
Очень
где можно посмотреть? YouTube у тебя?
Да, YouTube.
Что, как найти?
Yeah, окей.
Как меня интернет не ловит?
Нет, интернет.
Нет.
А?
Запиши так,
Окей.
я сам не местный.
Да. Латин. SYFA. Да.
Все?
Хорошо.
Класс, посмотрю.
Очень приятно.
До свидания.
До свидания. I understand a little bit of очень приятно, which means nice to see you. До свидания, probably have a good day. And хорошо, which means good. So that in itself is enough for me. Let's cross the street over here. The park is actually beautiful, and over here you see a fountain that's not working. Can you see this building right here? It is so very dramatic and unique. This really captured me. Welcome to the theater building. It is definitely a theater, according to one of the locals that I asked. What I find it to be magnificent is that it's quite distinctive in comparison to all of the buildings surrounding it in this particular city. If you can see from here, let me take you a bit closer. There are several posters. Sorry, do you speak English? Do you speak English? No, but
good. Very bad.
это театр, да?
Да,
Театр.
theater.
Да,
Drama.
Drama theater.
Drum.
Да. Спасибо.
You are from?
Indonesia.
Indonesia.
Do you know Indonesia? A little bit. Do you know Bali?
Well, yeah.
Yes.
You from Bali?
No, but Bali is in
Ah.
Indonesia. Da. What's your name?
Anton.
Anton.
And you?
It's Shifa.
Shiv. Oh, okay.
Shifa.
You study here or
Tourist.
tourist?
Tourist.
Oh. And what do you think about our country?
Belarus?
Yeah.
Very nice. This is my very first time visiting like Eastern European. Like, are you student? A student?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
Veterinarian.
Veterinarian.
Yes,
You
yes.
like animals?
Oh, so it's.
Not so
I'd
much.
like to go to medicine, but
You wanted to go to medicine, but no.
Thank you.
Хорошо.
Sure, bye.
Очень приятно.
приятно.
Приятно. Bye.
Bye.
From here, I want to show it to you, the Neman, I think that's how you call that, river, with the old bridge over there. A bit of overcast, but still visible. I was reading in one of the articles and local guidebook about this particular place because of the Lithuanian and Polish heritage of the city. This is the place where most Polish and more Lithuanian people feel more comfortable. So much so that sometimes they do even listen to the weather forecast news from the Polish TV or internet, something like that. Thank you so much for watching today's episode, the final video from my journey in Belarus, a country in Eastern European continent. Let me know what you think. Would you actually travel to faraway places that you've never been to, that you don't hear so much about, to learn from your own travel experiences and the people that you meet? I would like to hear what you think about it. What is your aspiration of your own travel journey? If you haven't watched the entire series from Belarus, make sure that you check them out. The link will be in this description below. And yeah, if you are also curious watching from other countries that I have produced on this channel, please make sure to do so, because it will greatly support the channel and me as a creator to create more videos like this for you to watch. If you wish to support a creator like me, make sure to also check out my Patreon page. The link is in the description box. Thank you so much again. I wish you all the best, and I'll see you again on my next travel series. Bye!